can't describe how annoying, uncomfortable, and irritable I feel every day having to wake up to go to school. It takes me about 2 to 4 hours to fall asleep, and then maybe an hour later, I get up in the middle of the night, and 50% of the time, I just can't fall back asleep. When this happens, which is often, by the way, I feel really irritable the next day. Also, I can't focus on classwork to save my life, not to mention tests and quizzes. When I wake up, everything hurts. It takes me about 45 minutes to an hour to even manage to get up. Sometimes I'll get up for a few minutes and then go right back to sleep. And this makes me late so often. When I get up, nearly anything and everything gets me in a bad mood. The most irritating thing is how bad my mind and body feel. If I sleep very little or have bad quality sleep, my body feels like it slept on a log. When I get up, sometimes I'll just sit there and get lost in my thoughts, losing track of how much time has passed. This happens often and has also caused me to be late for so many things. It's a focus that I can't explain, where I'll just blankly stare. A bit shameful, but getting up out of my bed to simply brush my teeth feels like I'm climbing to Mount Everest. That groggy, tired feeling takes hours to leave my body. And if I'm being honest, most of the time, I feel like it never leaves. I'll be doing or thinking something only to completely forget what I was doing or thinking merely seconds before. Sometimes I'll turn on the sink water and stare at it, as if doing so will give me the motivation I need to get started. I have to push and force myself every morning to get ready, and it never gets any easier. Any minute now, I'll get a bit of motivation to get started. If only I did not feel so tired and upset.
Last night, I barely got any sleep. No matter how early I try to go to sleep, it does not work. Also, I just never get hungry anymore when I wake up. When I'm at school, I feel just tired, fatigued, and it's very hard to pay attention, especially when my teacher talks for long periods of time. Other students take advantage of me when I start to zone out and do things that really hurt me. Speaking of hurt, my body and muscles frequently ache throughout the day as well for some reason. Sometimes I do not know how much more of this I can take. I try sometimes to keep myself together, and others frequently give me a hard time for it, calling me names like that daydreaming idiot. Sometimes they'll take it a step further when I'm zoned out. It wasn't so much the pain of the ball itself, but of the action of doing it itself. And then having them laugh at me, I wanted to hurt them.
after some time, you start realizing that you're different from your classmates. And I also realized that I had difficulty sustaining attention, not just in class or school, but in my everyday life too. When you see me like that, I haven't a clue what is going on around me or what is even being spoken about. I'm just lost in my thoughts. I would try to be honest with my parents and teachers about my difficulty falling and staying asleep, as well as my difficulty sustaining attention and motivation. They didn't believe me.
Then, when your name will be given, one falls.
They all just said I'm being lazy, not applying myself, and that I should just try harder. This really left me hurt. I didn't know what to do. My grades would suffer tremendously. My attention would pop into what the class was discussing on random occasions. I felt like an idiot, seeing everyone else so focused and engaged, and not me. I don't do this on purpose. Why does it have to be this way?
Omnidirectional plus infinity, you're gonna round that to the east. So it's easy. Yep, easy. And the second one is gonna be find pi. Obviously that one, everyone can find it. And then it's gonna be the third one is gonna be infinity minus unknown divided by the number of pairs on pi. Yes. And then the fourth one is gonna be what is the meaning of life? Rounded to the nearest centimeter. So you guys are gonna have a fun time, an easy time with this exam, so you will all pass. So now you may all start with your exam, okay?
I had no idea what the answers to any of those questions were. Seeing a clock when I take the test gives me a lot of anxiety. Fortunately, I sometimes zone out while taking a test, and this has caused me to fail many exams and to sometimes turn in half completed. My handwriting sometimes is so sloppy that my teacher will have to double check with me to see what I meant to write down. Once again, I have lost track of how time has passed, and now behind on this exam. That counts for 50% of my grade. When I take these tests, I have little to no recollection of any of the material that was covered in class, due to my attention span dying out mid-lecture. Most of my classmates start turning in their tests after a short amount of time, whereas I would have much more left to complete. This was a bit embarrassing. The more people were getting up, the more I knew I was going to be the last one to turn in my test again. I'd make what I felt were careless mistakes, but had no recollection of writing or doing that. Was itching like crazy. That was another distraction during a test. I could feel the teacher staring at me, judging me, assuming I was not prepared for her test. Oddly enough, having a time crunch with a little time left makes me feel nervous, but it inspires me to actually complete a word problem on her exam. The tension is still there. My teacher's presence is distracting me, and I assume a becoming failure is also distracting me. I have to wrap this up. Finally over. Sadly, I'm pretty sure I failed this exam, like most of my other exams.
You know something I find really frustrating? Is when I have difficulty completing a test. Due to the fact that I cannot remember most of the things taught in class, and my teachers will simply tell me to go to tutoring or try harder after I'd failed my exam. Seeing and hearing people comment on how easy the exam was, with their voices and movements all getting me off track and distracted, man, that can sometimes put me on edge. I slept a total of 3 hours last night, since I couldn't fall asleep or stay asleep. I can't focus, and I'm in a really bad mood. I feel like others don't have a sleep issue. Unfortunately, I've noticed the small noises throw my concentration off. There's really nothing I can do about it. My parents and teachers just tell me to ignore it and try harder. And wouldn't you know it, I now am going to fail this exam due to the fact that I currently cannot focus due to noises, lack of sleep, and that I can only remember small fragments of this material being taught in class.
I can't describe how strong the sadness and disappointed I feel within myself is sometimes. I feel like I can't relate to anybody. I feel like no one understands me. It's one thing to feel like your teachers don't care about you and you think negatively of you. But for your parents to think that you're lazy and don't try your best, it feels horrible. Especially when you know deep down that you're giving your best. I've tried explaining to my parents and teachers, but none of them understand. I wish I had someone who understood me. I wish I had someone to help me. I feel so alone.
guys give me some tutoring on like math and stuff. I was just wondering if you guys can help me with this problem.
Yeah, sure.
I tried.
So, basically, you'll have multiplication sign first.
I got you.
So, basically, you have to start with the 0. And I don't know if you know, but anything that's multiplied by 0 is 0. So, what's 0 times 7?
0.
So basically, you just you have to take this. Don't never forget to put down the decimal points. Yeah, you just need to keep putting down all of these answers. You could take this and try to finish it and solve that out. Just basic addition. If you want to do that, if you want me to do that.
Wait, so after I do with the 0, do I bring down the decimal point like right after, or do I just keep going? What will I do?
Just don't put it in the wrong place.
So I go right here, like here.
No.
Back.
It goes right here, right under everything.
Oh, straight.
Straight down.
I do with the other number, right?
Yeah.
What did you say? I did with the like 3 times 7 is 21. So I put 21 here. Like
No.
okay.
You put the 1, and since you keep multiplying, you just need to put the 2 at the top of the page.
Like
You just put it up here, and whenever you multiply this, the 3 times 8, you just have to add the 2 to the final answer. I already told you this. How can you not understand this?
Don't you understand anything he's saying?
I don't get it, man. It's not my fault, right? I just don't get it.
I've given you the answer 3 times.
Dude, I don't get it. Simple.
It's not just school that's getting to me. Every day, for some reason, I feel really tired and down, sometimes for no reason. I don't know how long this will last. Hopefully not long, because I don't think I can last like this. I feel like I'm always lost in my thoughts, distracted from the world and sad. I just want to be loved and feel happy. I just wish I could do better. I want to make my mom and dad proud, but it's just so hard. I feel like a failure. I don't know what to do or who to turn to. I wish someone would understand me. I wish someone would help me.